Hey, Bad Karma here. I just want to do a follow-up video on the one I posted yesterday about cops being pussies and clarify that, you don't have to go out there and be an asshole at all, not on every call. But you got to be able to switch that on in a split second. And, you have to have compassion to do this job and, some empathy as far as like when people are really struggling, But police work is 90% acting. You go out to a call, someone's got their house egged or, some bullshit like that. You don't really give a fuck about that. You just got to make those people think that you give a fuck. Go talk to the neighbors, go write your report and go about your day, and you got to be able to turn that shit on like a switch, like Stallone and Over the Top. You flip that hat around and it's on. And my size and demeanor has kept me from getting a lot of fights because men in particular understand I might not want to bark up that tree because that guy's going to fucking hurt me, and some people that you deal with, that's all they understand. That's their life, that's their upbringing. So when you're like, please sir do this, please sir do that, you know what I mean, you are not giving that authoritative command presence. And in their head they think I can fucking take this guy, and talking about the stature of some of these officers, their command presence, their physical fitness levels, that's what's going through their head. Can I fucking beat this guy? Well, you just got to let them know just by your sheer presence and your demeanor, you don't want to fucking bark up this tree, dude. And that's one of the biggest things that I see, these departments basically neuter their officers because they're more worried about optics and, being sued or whatever. They don't understand where they came from. They forgot where they came from. And some people you just have to treat like that to get across, and it really is an officer safety thing, and then when you go hands-on, when you put your hands on a motherfucker, he's got to know that he's got and realize like, oh shit, I fucked up. Because I see so many videos of these cops are pussyfooting around, they're tugging here and tugging there, not using any of the tactics they're taught, even in basic police academies, to take control of the situation. And it's fucking embarrassing, I've learned in my 30-year career that when you pick a grown man up off the ground and his feet are dangling, it totally changes. You can see the change in their face where they're like a fucking little kid again. And they're like, oh shit, Ricky Bobby, I'm upside down, this is not good. So you got to be able to fucking flip that switch in a fucking heartbeat. Treat everyone with respect, talk to them like they're human beings, but still be able to turn that on and end a situation quickly and decisively in order to prevent yourself from getting hurt, prevent the suspect from getting hurt any more than necessary, and to protect your fellow officers. So just keep that in mind. You guys have a good one. Stay deadly, my friends.